This is Inside Burnaby Schools for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Remembering those who sacrificed for our freedom. Throughout Burnaby Schools, students honored Remembrance Day. Several classes, such as this one at Kitchener Elementary, made meaningful artwork. These watercolor poppies were painted by children at Montecito Elementary. Kindergarten students at Buckingham Elementary created pastel poppies for peace. At assemblies, students at many schools, such as Taylor Park and Brantford Elementary, shared songs and reflection. Throughout presentations and the laying of student-created wreaths were a feature of several assemblies, such as these at Confederation Park and Suncrest Elementary schools. National Indigenous Veterans Day was recognized across the district, as seen here at Brentwood Park and Nelson Elementary. At the high school level, assemblies such as these at Burnaby Mountain, Burnaby South Secondary, and the BC Provincial School for the Deaf were held with students' leadership. Performances and art were part of the learning and assembly at Burn Creek Community School. Alpha Secondary's concert band performed a moving rendition of Hymn to Loved Ones Lost, with dance students providing a powerful performance. On November 11th, at a community ceremony, wreaths were laid at a cenotaph memorial to citizens of Burnaby whose lives were lost at war.
Space to grow, supporting families with young children. In addition to programs like Strong Start BC for children who are not yet school age and their parents, the district has been making space for decades on its properties for high childcare providers. Through provincial funding to the district, construction is complete on 2 new childcare facilities at Stony Creek Community School and Kitchener Elementary. Both centers have now occupancy permits to begin the work for preparing for welcoming children. The Stony Creek facility is further along with licensing and is expected to open this winter. Kitchener is anticipated to be running in the spring.
Elevating a platform for pride and community. Nearly 100 people attended the district's Day of Paint gathering called ECHO earlier this month at Burnaby North Secondary. The free event for high school students who are allies or identify as 2S LGBTQIA+, included speakers and community connections. emceed by the district's SOGI education support teacher, Juliet Brown, presenters included Elder Stuart Gonzalez Semplion of the Musqueam and Squamish Nations, retired Member of Parliament Libby Davies, as well as feminist activist and entrepreneur Adrienne Rawson. Award-winning BC children's author Robin Stevenson joined the event virtually.
Igniting minds with meaningful learning opportunities. Across the district, staff work to engage, educate, and empower learners through a variety of ways. This lunchtime chess club at Montecito's Elementary gives children a chance to practice strategic thinking and problem solving. Students at Burnaby North Secondary had an opportunity to watch a presentation of survivors, which is inspired by the lives and words of 10 Holocaust survivors. The Holocaust Educational Theater troupe answered questions from youth afterwards. At Brentwood Park Elementary, a grade 4-5 class spent time on budgeting and expenses, building presentations to showcase their learning. Children at 12th Avenue Elementary practiced musical awareness by focusing on listening skills, identifying loud and soft sounds in a piece by Johann Strauss Sr. A grade 6-7 class at Brantford Elementary tested Darwin's theory by seeing how natural selection shapes which finches survive. A grade 1 class at Westridge Elementary got creative in their story workshop with ideas about who lives behind the doors. Under the guidance of Indigenous artist Simon James from the Kwakwaka'wakw, the entire school at Inman Elementary took part in a carving project entitled Everyone is Welcome, Everyone is Valued. The school collaborated with the district's Indigenous education team to ensure local teachings and protocol were honored. The final carving incorporates Coast Salish stories and symbols, including hands raised in a traditional welcome. Students signed the back before the carving was installed near the school entrance, where it is placed as a symbol of respect, inclusion, and reconciliation.
Empowering possibilities through collaboration. The Settlement Workers in Schools, or SWIS team, organized a dental clinic for newcomers who lack access to dental benefits. In partnership with the Fraser Health Authority, the free clinic saw 28 children and their parents. The UNCs from Burnaby North Secondary have been mentoring boys at Capitol Hill Elementary as part of their efforts to build community. Their fall workshops are on sportsmanship, leadership, and success in school. The Parent Advisory Council at Confederation Park Elementary led an art show and silent auction fundraiser. Students created one-of-a-kind art projects available for purchase at the annual event, which celebrates creativity and community. As a school, Confederation Park is also a district program of choice, providing education through the arts. Following work experience and training that began last year out of Alpha Secondary, Zoran has now achieved paid federal employment. He was part of the High School Student Integration Program for students with intellectual disabilities, which is a federally funded program that supports youth with the transition from high school to work. As part of her pre-employment goals, a grade 11 student at Burnaby Mountain Secondary is visiting elementary classrooms in the district and beyond to read her published book. Kara Kumakai wrote the book while in grade 7 at Cameron Elementary after making up stories and developing characters with her educational assistant. The author, who has Down syndrome, included her then EA, Dave LaRocque, and his dogs in her storybook. LaRocque also instructs a Burnaby community and continuing education class in the summer for students taking an educational assistant diploma with the district's adult education program. Kara has presented at the Burnaby CCE class for several years to aspiring EAs who leave both inspired and with an autographed copy of her book. And that's Inside Burnaby Schools for Tuesday, November 25th, 2025.